Hello everybody and welcome back to the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Custom Zombie Mapping tutorial series. In this video we're going to be adding some models, which I've already done in my map. I'm pretty sure I've already shown this in previous videos, but I'm going to do it again anyways just in case. And we're also going to be clipping models. So if you watched one of my previous videos on the building and testing, you'll notice that I had the models in the map, but you could just kind of walk right through them, right? So you could run around the map and walk through the crates and walk through these containers, and there was also some other areas of worry. This little bar area could perhaps be abused by players to exploit the game so that the zombies couldn't hit them and use it as a pile-up glitch. So clipping is going to fix those issues, but I also wanted to show how to add models in case you guys didn't catch it in previous videos. So you can go ahead and bring up the model pane by going to View, Toggle, and then the models pane right here. So the models pane is very simple to use. It even has like a little search functionality, and you can just search for whatever you think you might want to add, or just browse through the models that are listed. And it's as simple as just dragging it right onto the grid, or even into the camera view if you want. So I just dragged that onto the grid. Where did it go though? Okay, I'm not really sure what happened there. But yeah, you could just go ahead and drop the model right in. The last model didn't really work right. And, that's a light pole, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. But I'm just demonstrating the concept. Models are very easy to add, so that's going to be a short little segment. Now we're going to get into clipping. Now, Treyarch actually provided a pretty nice tool in Radiant to do some basic clipping for us. So it's especially helpful on tools on models such as this one, where there's just like basic crates, right? And especially like my crates over here. The only things that it might have a bit of a problem is on debris, but you can go ahead and tweak that afterwards if you wish. So I'm just going to show it on this little box right here because these are simple. So if we just go ahead and right click on the menu toolbar and we go to clip generation settings, it'll open up a pane for us. So we're going to keep it highlighted on physics, and the detailed percent slider is basically a way of you to specify how many polys the clip's going to have. So if you're just doing a simple box, the detail percent doesn't really matter. It's not a huge deal. If you're doing something like debris though, you probably want that higher, or the clipping's not going to be as detailed. So first we'll do these three boxes here. Actually, I'm just going to do these two boxes, so we'll just generate a clip brush. And as you can see, that's pretty good, right? The corners kind of go out a bit up here. Let's see if that fixes if we increase the percent to like 90 or so. Generate clip brush. Yeah, it doesn't really make much of a difference. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do that on this. So as you can see, the clipping is pretty decent, right? It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be, especially on like this box right here. The player's not going to be able to get up there anyway, so it's not a huge issue. So you can go ahead and just apply that. So you can see on the lamp, or on the light up here, it works super well. It'll work really well on simple objects like a circular light, or these fridges it'll work really well on, like perfect. These crates it would work really well on. Right here. Even this debris it'll work pretty well on, like that's good enough, right? The only part that may have a bit of a problem is this debris right here, where it's more complex. What is that doing there? Where it's more complex, because if we go ahead and try to clip both of these, you can see that it kind of leaves this like invisible, like the player's going to be able to collide with this brush basically, and if they walk up here, it's going to be like they're floating a bit. So you can kind of minimize that by clipping individual things at a time instead of clipping everything like that. You just select one pile, clip, this pile, clip. So now in between you don't have that weird ramp, invisible ramp going up. So that's one way you can get around that, and you can go ahead and tweak that depending on your map. If you don't have like debris or anything, you probably won't even really run into this problem. Okay, so all of our like basic models are clipped. The only little area that I'm worried about is perhaps the couch and this area where the players could abuse it for a pile-up glitch. And Because basically, in multiplayer, this wouldn't be an issue, right? Because a player can go up here, another player can still see that person and shoot them, right? Or if they're on top of the couch, right? That's just fair game. But in zombies, zombies are kind of primitive. They might not be, I'm pretty sure I'm being a bit worrying about it a bit too much, because I don't think this is wide enough where the zombies still wouldn't be able to hit you, but still, we want to be safe rather than sorry. So we'll clip the couch first, because it's going to be easiest. So we're going to want to make a clip brush that extends all the way to the ceiling. That way there's no possible way the player could get past it without no clipping. So we're going to go to the textures pane, and we're going to set the filter for the textures to all, and we're going to set it to clip. Ooh. Clip. And it's going to be this one right here. There's a bunch of different clips that we might go into later on in the series, but for now we're only interested in this basic red one. So we're going to go ahead and click that and draw a brush. Okay, awesome. So there's our little brush, and we can just extend that right to the ceiling. So it's very simple. When the player goes in the game, if they try to jump on top of the couch, it's not going to work because they're going to collide with this clip. The only other area we want to clip is we want to clip the bar area. So we can just go ahead and draw another brush the same way. Now the only thing you might be a bit worried about with clipping like this is you can see that it's kind of boxy. Well, it's completely boxy, right? So there's a corner here, but in my case that's kind of okay because the bar corner matches up perfectly with the clip corner. But in the case that you might want to get rid of this issue, for example, if we just extend this over a little bit more, or even to there, the clipping corner goes past the brush corner, so it's going to be kind of an invisible corner. It might be annoying for players depending on where it is. So we can use our old friend the cutting tool, which we used for the window tutorial, and you can just hit X and select 2 points, right? And then just hit Shift Enter, and you could delete this corner. So now it's got this little flat edge, right? And it's a lot nicer because players aren't going to get stuck on it the same way. Clipping is generally something you want to do a bit later on in your map design, but I wanted to cover it to make sure that we had it covered fairly early. So yeah, all of our models are clipped, and we don't have to worry about players potentially abusing this area anymore, or this area. And yeah, so you can just apply that to your map, and you won't have players walking through models anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please leave a like below, comment any questions or comments you guys may have on the video, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.